It seems that at the beginning author wanted to show close to reality fighters, but then rather absurd things appeared in the plot, like a caveman who hunted dinosaurs, as well as shriveled but still strong kung fu master who lived more than 100 years. The arsenal of abilities is quite rich, and there are some techniques that are beyond human abilities. And today let's analyze all inhuman abilities that Baki Hanma has in his huge arsenal. Triceratops Fist. Bucky first leans his upper body forward, putting his right leg back and clinch both his fists to make a stance resembling a triceratops. This technique allows Bucky, despite the fact that his weight is only about 70 kilos, to attack with the power of more than 100 kilos, and the power of his attack is strong enough to push over a car. Does it need an explanation why is it superhuman ability? Cord Cut. Kosho Shinogi is the best and the most famous user of this technique. To use that technique, the fighter must train his fingers to the very limit and study the anatomy of the human body. When the training is completed, the fighter can sever the opponent's cords with a finger. However, this technique had one weakness. Before the fighter can cut a cord, he needs to pull that cord out, which takes a lot of time. Shinogi can easily sever tendons, nerves and other cords within the bodies of his opponents. Baki also learned to do this move and used it once against Jack Hanma. For me this technique is unbelievable, and I can't imagine that someone used this technique in real life. It is impossible. Whip strike is a technique that involves making the body as loose and fluid as possible, allowing the user to use his arms as whips that enable them to perform powerful slaps, which affect the largest human organ, the skin. Since the whole body is covered by skin, the whip strike has the same effect no matter where on the body it hits, and it doesn't even matter how thick or how tough the skin may be. This technique is powerful enough that it can actually rend the skin of a victim's body and cause enough pain that anyone hit by it will cry out of agony. One of the most painful techniques in the series, and with a bare hand it is impossible to use whip strike in real life, only with a whip, but still, it will be hard to reach that effect that was shown in the anime. 0.5 second unconscious. A crazy technique that states that people are triggered half a second earlier than the brain orders to move. For example, a knife is flying towards some person. That person is triggered but still unconscious. 0.5 seconds later, the brain orders to move and the action comes. That means between when the person is triggered and when become conscious, the person is unconscious for 0.5 seconds and people can beat that person as much as they like for 0.5 seconds. It's almost an invisible moment, but Baki has achieved that skill. He used it to beat Biscuit Oliva, who doesn't even understood what happened. Truly superhuman ability, unfair and impossible. Baki can stand in front of you and you will be ready for his attack, but you will not understand when that moment of you on the ground and your nose and bleeding comes. Cockroach Dash. Baki able to relax to the point of feeling like a liquid before snapping back together and dash forward at incredible speeds. For the first time he used the Cockroach Dash during a fight with Chiharu Shiba. When used against his father Ryujo Hanma, it is revealed that the speed is 168 miles per hour with an acceleration of 0.01 milliseconds. That speed is crazy, and after all that, Baki really looks like some sort of superhuman. I will not be surprised if sometime soon Baki will be able to shoot a blast of compressed air with a swing of his hand like Keisuke Midoriya was doing. Okay, if you want me to do this kind of video about other characters, leave a comment down below and like this video. And after 300 likes, which is almost impossible, I will do it. Like and subscribe, I'm out, bye!